friends, Elise from Polka Dotted Blue Jay here, and today we're going to talk about why you should digitize your receipts. So last week I was talking with a crafty friend who owns a craft business blog, and we were talking about why you should digitize your receipts. Now there's like a couple of reasons. Maybe you don't like clutter in your house. You don't want the extra paper. Maybe you always lose your receipts and then you can't find them to include them on your taxes and capture those costs. Maybe when it comes time to find a receipt for a certain item that you either need to return or attach to an invoice, then you can't find it. You've kept it, but you don't know where it is. And you just want to eliminate all of that from your business. Going digital can help you do that. Now, I know it can be really intimidating. Like, what should I use to scan my receipts? How should I organize them? Where should I put them? Is there an app for that? Do I need to put it into QuickBooks? And that all depends on you and your business. So when you first start digitizing receipts, you can do what I recommend. You need to just scan it with your phone that you already have. It's handy, it works great, and you need to put it in a folder. So I recommend using Microsoft OneDrive. It's great. It syncs with my desktop computer, tablet, phone, so that I can access my information anywhere at any time. In OneDrive, I've created a folder called 2023. Then underneath that folder, I have a folder for each month: January, February, March, April, so on and so forth. Within those monthly folders, you can make as many subfolders as you want. You can have one for brand partnerships, you can have one for supplies, shipping materials, anything that goes into your business, or you can just dump them all in the month that you got the receipt. So if you went to Michael's on January 2nd, you're going to scan the Michael's receipt into your January folder. Now, when you scan it in OneDrive, it gives you the option of naming it, and I highly recommend you do this because then it will sort your receipts by date. So when I scan my receipts into my OneDrive folder, I always put the date first. So I would do 1/2/2023, Michael's. So the date and then the store that I bought from. That just makes it easier, so when you're going, oh, where is that Michael's receipt? You can either search by the word Michael's or whatever store you shopped at, as well as the date. So if you at least know one or the other, it makes it a little easier to find your receipts when you're looking for something. That's all you have to do. The OneDrive app is great for scanning. Crop it and make it fit, clean it up a little bit so you don't have your shoe in the bottom of the picture like I always do, or your kitchen counter or whatever else. Just tidy it up, make sure it's just your receipt, and then friends, you don't have to keep that paper receipt anymore. I was doing this for our personal receipts as well when we were buying our house and moving across country, and it came in super handy because sometimes I would be at the store and I'm like, oh, I need to return that or get a price adjustment on something, and I didn't have to go home and get the physical receipt and come back to the store and do the whole return and exchange. I had the receipt right there. A lot of times customer service could help me just by scanning the barcode on my phone. Now, if you've started using accounting software like QuickBooks, you can also attach scans into your line transactions. So when you go into your QuickBooks Self-Employed, which is what I recommend for small businesses, you can go onto your line transactions. So it would have, we're going to use the same Michael's example. It would have the date 1/2/2023, Michael's, the amount you spent, and then all the way over at the side, you can hit the expand button and there'll be a little paperclip icon. That's where you can attach a picture of your receipt. Just snap a picture with your phone, make sure you can see the whole thing, crop it if you would like. Sometimes just getting the picture in there is good enough, right? Work smarter, not harder. And then you can attach that by clicking save into your line transaction. So then you have backup documentation for that transaction in QuickBooks. You don't have to go look somewhere else for it. Perfect. Now, if you're going to do that, I do recommend you at least keep pictures of your receipts organized in a OneDrive folder or even in your Google Drive in a folder, just in case something drops off, you don't click save, stuff happens. Then at least you have a backup because you're going to discard the paper receipt. It's always important to make sure that you have a backup for your digital files if you're eliminating the paper one. Friends, I hope that helped. Going digital is not as hard as it seems. It's literally just as simple as taking a picture with your phone and then saving it in an organized place. Now, what doesn't work is if you snap a picture with your phone and you're like, I'm just going to save it in my camera roll. Friend, that's no good, because chances are you're not taking the picture the same day you got the receipt, so the dates won't match. Sometimes your camera roll won't crawl on the photo and be able to search for the store that you bought it at. So then you're just looking, scrolling, trying to find this one photo. No good. So I highly recommend creating the folder system so that you can actually search for the things you need to find when you sit down and do your monthly bookkeeping. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. I hope that you got some good tips for going digital with your receipts. And friends, I want to know if you complete that, whether you're going to add it to your QuickBooks or you're going to create a folder system. I want you to leave a comment below with done when you've done it and you've uploaded your first receipt so I can celebrate with you. I hope you are encouraged and you feel empowered today to do a little bit more in your bookkeeping than you did yesterday.